Perplexity just dropped Deep Research, and today we're going to be testing it. But not only testing it, we're going to see what the free version of Deep Research on Perplexity is. You get 5 uses a day, but we're going to compare it versus O3 Mini High, which is on the $20 plan. So most people have that plan. I figured that would be a really good comparison to see if it's worth getting the Perplexity $20 plan. And we're going to do an interesting prompt. So I actually wrote out a prompt to test, and it's going to say this. Imagine you are a futurist in the year 2080. Write an in-depth report on how artificial intelligence has transformed society from 2020 to 2080. Your report should include detailed history overview, how it impacted finance, gaming, relationship, a discussion on the ethical, cultural, societal implications, a forecast, and please structure your response with clear sections. So we're going to get a full, deep analysis on both systems. So first, you can see Perplexity, people are losing it, saying this deep research is really, really amazing, and it's able to do days, if not weeks worth of work in minutes that it's going to take to actually prompt this. So a lot of people are really, really liking it. I haven't tried it. This is actually my first time going to give this a ride, but the fact that it's free and you get 5 prompts a day is actually pretty dope. So let's do this. Let's paste that prompt in here. And then we're going to go to Deep Research, which is turning it on right here. And again, this is just a free plan. You get 5 a day. And let's see what it does. So I'm really curious what the response is going to be and the training of thought when it comes to logic. So Deep Research often takes a minute to complete. I'll start by preparing a research plan. Then we're also going to go to ChatGPT at the same time. And then we're going to hit search. We're going to be an O3 Mini High. And we're going to give it the same prompt. And let's see what the results are. This will be really interesting. Mainly the train of thought, what they're going to be, and how it's all going to compare to each other. So I need to research the web to find information on key AI milestones from 2020 to 2080. Obviously, there isn't much of this. It's all going to be hypotheticals. So really want to see what it's going to do when it comes to creating and fantasizing of what the future potentially is going to look like. And I think it's going to have to go pretty deep into creation versus, so it's looking up a bunch of stuff on YouTube. Let's see what's happening with, so AI Mini is already done. So reasoning for 17 seconds. Wow, it only took 17 seconds. So let's see. AI transformation of society, a 60-year retrospective. In the 20, AI has evolved from a niche technology tool into a persuasive and transformative force across all aspects of human life. Introduction. So we got historical overview of key milestones. 2020 to 2030, the era of deep learning and early autonomy. Breakthrough in language, vision models, rise of autonomous systems, expansion of healthcare and finance. 2030 to 2040, integration and regulation. Interesting. Personalized medicine and smart cities. AI-driven personalized medicine became a standard of care, and cities worldwide integrating AI. Early AI governments and international bodies establish regulatory and ethical frameworks addressing data, privacy, bias, accountability. 2040 to 2060, human AI collaboration and ubiquity. That's pretty interesting. So by 2040, so this is only 14 years away. Neural interfaces and cognitive augmentation, that makes sense. Computer-brain interface, economic transformation, emergence in AI rights, and legal personhood. Wow, that's interesting. So 2060 to 2080, AI as a social partner, global AI networks and superintelligence. Quantum computing merges with the advanced neural architectures, giving rise to AI superintelligence that collaborate with human institutions to address global challenges. Then we got sector finance, so it talks about money. By 2040, over 95% of trades were executed by algorithms that continuously learn and adapt. Personal finance, AI-driven advisors, tailored financial planning, gaming, and so on. So let's see what Perplexity's done. The evolution of AI intelligence and its social transformation. The 6 decades spanning 2020 to 2080 witnessed artificial transformation. This report synthesizes the key milestones. Let's see what it is. The pandemic catalyst. The COVID-19 pandemic addresses AI adoption, particularly in healthcare. Machine learning models reduce vaccine development timelines. So it talks about health. Let's see, cognitive revolution, 2030 to 2050. Breakthroughs in computing enabled AI systems to mimic human brains. The symbiosis era. So it just gave it pretty quick summary. But let's look at the sector transformations. So 2040. Robot advisors expand market access while AI-driven platforms like Coin Fantasy, so it made up a fantasy, 2025 educates millions with gamifying investment simulations. Automation. Central banks operate on AI-optimized blockchains, eliminating transform friction. That's obviously going to happen. Wealth generation shifts to AI-curated virtual economies. Gaming, education, so pretty similar actually. So then it's got a conclusion, all the sources. So that was kind of easy and fun. So now let's do something different. So now I want Deep Research 2. I want you now to analyze the top 10 highest stock gains in the last 7 days, period. I want you to do a deep analysis on each company and why you think over the last 7 days, these companies have gone up in value, period. I then want you to make recommendations in similar sectors of other companies that could benefit from these companies and make a move, period. So as you can see, there's quite a lot going on there. So I'm talking about doing a full analysis on what's happened in the last 7 days, but then I want to go into similar stocks in the same niche. So that's going to be another big thing that's going to have to happen in the reasoning model. It's really going to have to reason. So let's go back to ChatGPT o3 Mini and let's punch that in, similar sectors, and let's see what it does. And let's see how long it takes. So I need to research the web. So the big thing with this is I really want to see the power of the type of research that it can do, because if it's just going to pull in one source of some of the hot stocks, recent hot stocks, that's not going to do it. I really wanted to actually go in and find what has been the biggest movers over the last 7 days. Let's see if we can even do that. So now ChatGPT is definitely taking longer. So this is good because the last one was 17 seconds. I think the last one was basically, it just created what it thought it could be, but this is going to be based on actual real-time data. Over the past few weeks, several low to mid-cap stocks have delivered extraordinary percent gains, ranging from roughly 110% to 270%. While many of these stocks are speculative in nature, their short-term performance is often driven by positive news, earnings, surpasses, breakthrough clinical data. So let's see the first one. So Domino Holdings, let's take a look, make sure that it's not just making this up. This is really, really important. So let's look at the last week. So it is correct. It's definitely made a massive move. So this is good. So let's see, a small cap company trading, massive rally, possible catalyst such as outsized move could be due to breakthrough in core offering, a surpass earnings beat, or a favor. So it doesn't know what it actually is. So that's interesting to look at. Given the high volatility, it may be wise to consider risk management exposure. So that's basically pretty generic. It didn't actually. So let's look at the sector recommendation. For investors interested in biotech catalyst, mid-cap coins, Amgen, Gilead may be more. So again, pretty generic. Not really impressed. So Perplexity is still researching. So I do like this. And look at this, 54 sources. So while that's going, I'm already going to skip ahead and I'm going to say, this was a pretty weak attempt at research, period. I need you to go dig deep and find out why these stocks have exploded over the last 7 days, not just give me some cookie cutter answer from an article you read, period. Do deep analysis on why this happened and what other stocks in the similar sector could experience something similar. And bear in mind, we are using the o3 Mini. So that's going to be interesting to view, which is obviously paid because you still have to have the paid plan to do it. And Perplexity, oh, wow, look at this. This is interesting. So it actually created a full price comparison, which I didn't even ask it to do this. So this is super interesting. But I want to see what it actually comes, because if it's just some generic crap, then it's not going to work. So here we go. Analysis of recent stock movements and sector opportunities. The provided data sets contains intraday price movements for 6 major corporations. Not what I asked for, but it did do all kinds of other things. In conclusion, while the provided data limits comprehensive analysis, the observed intraday trends. So it didn't answer my question. It gave me some glorified little thing, which these stocks do not. They moved 1%. So let's ask a follow-up. This was absolute garbage. I asked you for the 7 highest gainers this past week, period. You gave me some of the biggest stocks on Wall Street, period. You're clearly not listening to my request, period. I'll give you one more try. The more I've been using these large language models, I'm starting to really speak to it with a little bit of attitude. If you haven't tried this, definitely try it. Because what it's going to do is it's going to see your tone. It's going to pick up on the fact that you're frustrated. This was garbage response. You're doing a terrible job. Just talk to it like that. I've definitely noticed that it's given me better results with it. If you guys are watching this video for the first time, my name is Marcin AI. I am a no-code developer, and I work on AI projects. And I also cover breakthroughs in AI and everything that's happening day to day in the AI ecosystem and environment and this whole AI revolution. So I hope you're enjoying the channel. If you like this kind of content, give a follow. This was definitely a different one for me, but I wanted to just talk about this Perplexity deep research, because I do think these types of things are coming and happening every day. And if you guys like more of this stuff, I can definitely more of these videos. They're definitely off the cuff. I'm just kind of playing and having a go and see what happens. So let's get back to this. I need to search the web to find the information. Okay, yeah, I hope you do that. You should have been doing that in the first place. Okay, let's see what we get on O3 Mini. Let's see if it actually is going to give me some real results here. Okay, below is a deep dive analysis based on multiple sources. So here we go. DOMH, 270% breakthrough announcement for contract win. An unusual high percentage move suggests a positive event. Appears to have announced. Beautiful. So this is actually news. Trading volume surged to above average, which is great. Oh, it also was spiked on social media mention. So again, it's pulling data and actually analyzing it. Look at other speculative plays in early R&D company stocks such as Select Clinical Studies Biotechs. Companies that are undervalued by traditional metrics but show promise in breakthrough technology. So this is interesting. I do like this a little bit better already. So here, let's look at another one. Positive clinical or regulatory update for a biotech. A move of 200 can offer. Okay, so went back to the original thing. This is, oh no, a fast track designation by the FDA. Okay, but still saying, like, not sure, but it sounds like it's pulling this data in. So I do like that. Insider buying and increased institutional activity have been noted in regulatory findings. So this is great. I got to give this to ChatGPT. It actually is looking at the regulatory findings, whether that's just from an article or if it's actually looking at it. So I'm sure with the $200 plan with deep research, it probably is going to actually go through and actually download and look at all that stuff. But this is pretty impressive. I'm actually surprised at how well this ChatGPT O3 Mini has done. Let's go back to Perplexity and see what happened here. Okay, NASDAQ composite registration. Okay, this is good. Look, so it actually did do the same thing. Look at this. So it pulled in DOMH, which is the same one that ChatGPT pulled in. So let's see what it says. Oncological pipeline targeting pancreatic cancer gained attention, 73% reduction. So it actually is taking the specifics now. This is really good. High risk, high reward biotech model, 666% return. Recommendations: precise bioscience, gene editing platform targeting solid tumors, DTIL. So 2 recommendations. This is much better. So it took an extra step, but that could have just been my prompt. But this is definitely much better. And I like this. Okay. I think it's done a really good job, and it's still going. And now, since it's understood my prompt, I'm actually really impressed by Perplexity and the detail that it's giving me and all of the recommendations. So I think that should wrap up the video, but just giving you guys an idea of what you can do with these deep research and search functions for ChatGPT and Perplexity. So picking a winner, I must say, I am impressed with Perplexity after the second attempt, because the first one was definitely a generic answer. It didn't even listen to what I was saying. But once I did a follow-up and I gave it the specifics of, like, you need to remember, I almost yelled at it a little bit, as you saw. It definitely gave me a way more clear, concise answer to my question. And I think it gave me a good result. And it's free. So that part's amazing. 5 a day, pretty good. It's only going to get cheaper. And they're most likely going to do much more credits per day. ChatGPT, even though it is the O3 Mini High, which is their free model if you're on the plan, and I'm sure the deep research is going to be much better. I will be getting that this week. So if you guys want to watch a follow-up, I'll definitely do a little more in-depth video on this. And if you guys aren't too familiar with our no-code AI army, it is specifically set up for no-code developers. We got 1,630 people in this group. It's totally buzzing. We're doing all kinds of different builds. People are throwing out ideas. We're doing full build-outs. We're building SaaS businesses, websites, web apps, you name it, we do it. And it's been really fun. So I hope you guys join, and I'll see you in the next video.